Donald Trump tries to present this image of being the protector of workers in the United States and the protector of jobs in the US. We know he's certainly not the protector of jobs. We know that he has actually sent jobs to China and Mexico. The jobs he claims now as president, he would bring back, many of which don't exist and which would run directly counter to the continuing business operations that would presumably still continue while he is president of the United States. But on top of this, there's a new USA Today investigation which found that hundreds of people, this includes carpenters, dishwashers, painters, even Trump's own lawyers, who claim that Trump has failed to compensate them for their services. Now, this is not going to be enough to sway supporters who already believe in abiding by the law and paying people for their work. Those people are already not voting Trump. And if you don't care about abiding by the law and paying people for their work, you're not going to be dissuaded by these revelations. But this analysis by USA Today shows that Donald Trump has been involved in over 3,500 lawsuits over the last 30 years. This involves people claiming that Trump or his companies have refused to pay them. This includes a dishwasher in Florida, a glass company in New Jersey, a carpet company, plumbing companies, 48 waiters, painters, employees at Trump resorts, real estate brokers that sold his properties, to name a few. What's the best, though, is the way that many law firms that have represented Trump in these suits have also not been paid. Some of the law firms that Trump has brought in to defend him against non-payment allegations allege they themselves have not been paid for their work defending Trump for not paying his own employees. This is just insane, Lewis. And every layer, everything that the Trump campaign is built on, he's a good business person. He built a fortune. Actually, the fortune would be just as big if he just invested his inheritance. He is the guy who is going to bring jobs to the U.S. Actually, he's the guy who sent jobs out of the U.S. He's the guy who knows how to run businesses. Actually, his own employees say that he often doesn't pay them. He's the guy who's going to build the wall and stop the problem of undocumented immigration. He's the guy whose subcontractors are employing undocumented immigrants. Every single layer, it's like an onion, and every layer you peel back is more rotten than the last.
If you are doing the investigation and the research and you're paying attention to things,
Yep.
Most Trump supporters are not doing that. Let's just be honest here. Most voters don't really pay attention to things. And so, yeah, it's ugly. And I'd understand if this happens occasionally when you have so many businesses and you have this empire. This seems to be an unusually high number of these incidents.
No doubt. And many mechanics liens placed against Trump businesses. And when we hear, this explains a lot. When you hear Trump say, oh, that trade agreement, that's gone. Well, actually, you can't really just do that. Or this idea, we're going to ban Muslims based on what country they come from and their religion. Well, that's kind of unconstitutional. No, we're just going to do it. It seems like he has no regard for what is proper and right in his business dealings either. And it's really illuminating in terms of figuring out how he gets many of these ideas.